Welcome to Sathishspeaks channel. If you look at this society, 20% of the people, they command or they control 80% of the money in the society. You take Chennai city as an example, or you take Tamil Nadu state as an example, or take India as a country. Whatever the demography, even you take the globe, the entire world, everywhere 20% of the people, they actually control 80% of the wealth. The wealth is disproportionately split. The rich is getting richer, the poor is always getting poorer. The distance between the rich and the wealthy person always remains the same, and it is not in this particular scenario for the last 5,000 years since the invention of money or the civilization. The disproportionate is always there. And of course, wealth is little complex and little confusing also, till the time you understand the foundations of the wealth and accumulation of wealth. So in this video, I am going to share to you 3 golden rules to be followed so that you can also be a wealthy or rich person. That's number 1. And number 2, how you can accumulate the first 1 crore for yourself, because the first 1 crore is always the difficult and tougher one. Once you actually accumulate a financial asset of 1 crore, and then the rest of the crores can be made easily. I am Sathish, financial consultant and author of this book called Untold Wealth Secrets, and author of my second book, which is Middle Class to $1 Million. Also, I am writing a personal finance column in Nanayam Magadan, which is Middle Class to Millionaire. So I would like to quote a story before we start this particular video. That is a city by name Curacao. In 1988, in that particular city, it is a kind of an island city, and they built a beautiful wooden bridge. And the mayor of that particular city, he has come up with the progressive tax system. That means whoever wants to cross the bridge with shoes, they have to pay a tax. And whoever is crossing the bridge without the shoes, that means barefoot, they don't have to pay any tax. The objective behind this taxation is extremely simple. In 1988, only the rich people or wealthy people wears the suit, wears the shoes, not the poor and ordinary middle class people. So it is very clear that the rich people will pay tax so that the poor people can enjoy the benefit. But you know, this particular system was a biggest failure. Now what happened when they implemented that? The rich people started taking off the shoes and started walking the bridge on the barefoot. And you know what the middle class people or the ordinary person have done? They started wearing shoe and walking the bridge by paying the taxation. Guys, wealth is always a confusing and complex matters. So when you understand the basic principles of wealth, or how wealthy people, they accumulate more and more wealth, it becomes very simple, or it is becoming the journey becomes very comfortable and quicker in accumulating the wealth. The wealth is actually the habit. The real wealth is in the habits, it's in the consistency. In this 3 golden rule, what I am going to share, if you follow this, you can be a rich and a successful person quickly and easily. Rule number 1. This rule says that to pay yourself first. What we are doing, everyone we are doing is that everyone has a source of income. So after spending all the household income, paying EMIs, whatever remains, we start investing that money for ourselves, for our future use. But the rich and successful people, they pay themselves first. That means that it starts with 20%. Minimum 20% of the income you need to save for yourself, and it can go up to 80-90% as well. So that means that the first expenses for the month should be the saving and investing. 20% is the minimum saving, whatever that money. When I started my business in 2017, I was saving only 20%. Today I can able to save 70-80% of my income. So it is not that anybody can save 20% of the money. That is a mandatory, paying yourself first and progressively stepping up as and when your income goes up. So this is the rule number 1. This simple habit will create enormous wealth, because it is discipline, it is investing. Investing early will give you the power of compounding. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2, It is my most favorite rule. Never buy luxury item in debt. I have seen people, they take home is 1 lakh rupees per month, 40,000 rupees they pay for home loan, 20,000 rupees they pay for their car loan, 10,000 rupees they pay for their personal loan, and only 30,000 rupees they have in their hand for their expenses. Most of the people, they spend so much of ridiculous money that 30,000 rupees, 10,000 personal loan and 20,000 for car loan can be saved if they would have brought a simpler car instead of a big luxury car. Many people, they actually overspend by seeing peers, by seeing relatives, by seeing the neighbors. Please do not do that. Number one rule is that never buy luxury item in debt. Car is a depreciating asset. It is not an appreciating asset. It is not a real asset at all. Mobile is a depreciating asset. Don't put all your money into this. The simple rule what you got to follow is, number one, do not buy things on debt. Number two, when you want to buy any luxury items, think that whether you can able to afford it twice. For example, if you are decided, if you are making a decision to buy a 20 lakhs Honda City top end car, ask yourself that whether can you afford it twice. Can you afford 40 lakh for a car? If you can't afford 40 lakh for a car, please do not buy 20 lakh car. If you can afford only 20 lakh, you should buy 50% of that, which is 10 lakh. That is what you can spend for yourself in a depreciating asset. If you can afford 1 lakh rupees for a mobile, you can afford 50,000 rupees. You can buy a mobile with 50,000 rupees price worth. So, the rule is, whatever you can afford twice, you can buy it at 50%. That is the yardstick of purchasing luxury items. Because if you spend all your money in present things, you won't be able to save the money for future things. It has to be balanced. Your present now, you got to enjoy the present life. Also, you got to save for the future life. Both has to be balanced. So, think this as a yardstick. Whether you can afford it twice. If you can afford it twice, 50% of that money you can spend it for depreciating asset. Number three, own real asset. What do you mean real asset is, if you are buying a house on EMI, that means that you are servicing interest, you are paying interest, and you got to maintain that particular house. And if you are purchasing a car on debt, it is not a real asset, it is a depreciating asset. So, real asset means that asset appreciate and it gives money back to you. It works for you. Depreciating asset, the fake asset, which is you are actually spend money in maintaining that particular asset. So ask yourself that whether the asset work for you or you are actually working for the asset. So rich and successful people, they always buy things in cash. They always buy things what they afford, and it actually appreciates. So when you follow these three simple golden rules, I am sure that you can be a rich and successful person easily. That means that accumulating the first 1 crore is always a tough and a complex, difficult process. By the time you accumulate the first 1 crore, the following 6 crores can be easy. That means that when you accumulate 7.5 crore rupees, you are $1 million person. So, if you follow these simple rules, you can be a wealthy person or you can accumulate wealth in a very quick span of time. I am Sathish, financial consultant, and if you need any advisory, if you need any recommendation on mutual fund, PMS, equity, my WhatsApp number there in the description, connect with me. And if you like this content, please be generous, click the like button now so that this video can reach multiple people. Please be generous and stay tuned to this channel. I will be bringing much more informative news on equities, mutual fund as well as in personal finance. Stay tuned. I will see you with another interesting video with another interesting content. Bye bye.